Hey, what's good, y'all? We back with another one. Let's go. It's KeeSounds. This is the difference between a beat maker and a music producer. All right, so let's get into it. So, first off, it's like, what is a beat maker? It is literally what it sounds like. Just somebody who they just make beats. Um, like everybody kind of knows a beat maker, and you might give them the title of music producer because of your know-how, of your knowledge. And even themselves, they go around saying, I'm a music producer. But on the contrary, they're actually not. So a beat maker usually they have a cracked version of a DAW. So they basically have an illegal copy of a digital audio workstation. So something like, Fruity Loops, Reason, they might they might use GarageBand. Um, at the same time, they might have a paid for DAW, a mobile digital audio workstation, a paid DAW, and they might use mobile apps. Or they might just use like something like Audacity or something like that, because some people produce music, or excuse me, or they might just use like recorders, like they might record and loop their beat. Some people like acoustically make beats, so like they're recording sounds and like looping them and like layering them with other sounds. There's a lot of different ways, but a lot of a lot of music producers actually buy their equipment. You feel me? Beat makers don't really invest in themselves. Music producers are confident, they're knowledgeable, they know what they're doing, they kind of have like experience. They've done this, they've done that, and now they're in this field. They're in the music production field. So music producers really kind of are like the nerds, like the geeks type of thing situation. Like when I say nerd, like they're like fanboy, fangirls of like hip hop music or whatever genre it is. Honestly, I feel like, but for hip hop, trap, it's like you might see somebody who they have this whatever job. Excuse me, they have like whatever type of job, like 9 to 5, and but on the side, they got a studio at the house. Like that's like a music producer. Maybe like their shed, they turn their shed into like a studio. So but even a lot. I know a lot of producers who, how can I say, like they produce in their car because it's like an isolated box, like booth. So they're in the car and they're just making beats like on a laptop. So it's like, what makes the difference between a producer and music producer? Because I think that's like a thing too. Like you're like, yeah, I'm a producer. Like I got a couple placements. Like but like I feel like a music producer um might not even make a beat. Like somebody like DJ Khaled. Like they've been like, of course, like they know how to make a beat, but they know like Brian Michael Cox. They know what's the gentleman's name? Like like Ryan Leslie and stuff. Like a lot of people can make a beat or not make a beat, but they can take elements of like other producers and other creatives in the room and bring people together and make a product. They can produce like a product that that a certain demographic will basically like relate to and like. So there's producers like that as well. But the real difference, like the real difference is like when it comes to investing in yourself. So if you're a music producer, but even this, like you have a regular mouse, but I got the vertical mouse. Like this is like, if I it mitigates carpal tunnel. So it's like and how could I say, you probably have a mouse pad, but my mouse pad got the little cushion, the gel cushion, a couple years old. You can go wherever and grab that. Um, like my computer's like a gaming setup. So I have like a 2 terabyte computer PC, and I don't even have a computer monitor. I have a flat screen with it on a stand, and then I just have like studio monitors, audio interface, and that too, like a beat maker might not even have an audio interface. A beat maker might not record one shots, flip loops, use MIDI, go live, and make beats. A beat maker might not be confident in themselves making beats. And if you haven't, check out my latest video, just like on the producer mindset and like the convo, like maybe like me and you need to have, like but we can dive a little bit more into that right now because it's kind of like the same thing. Like your mindset as a beat maker should be like eradicated. Um, you should be an artist, a songwriter. You should be a real music producer. Sorry, like shaking the camera. You should be a real music producer and produce like sound kits. You should sound design. You should try to get sync license opportunities with like TV and movies and commercials and so forth. Video games, so forth. But a lot of beat makers, they're not diligent, and they're not zealous about themselves. So they're not gonna go forward and try to put themselves out there. And I talked about this in the excuse me. I talked about this in the producer mindset video. I'm gonna let you guys catch up on that. But like, invest in yourself, guys. Like, stickers, what's it called? Business cards, And I have digital business cards as well. So it's like, depending on the situation that you're in, when you're breaking ice, when you're networking, when you're meeting people, greeting people for the first time, making that first impression, you got to think like, are you ready for that? So the difference is like a music producer is kind of premeditating like everything, and that's kind of like the secret about it. Like the mindset is like a secret mindset. Like these music producers, women, men, whatever you would like to be called or go by, it's like these artists are ready to network. They're ready to songwrite. They're ready to make beats on the spot or anything. Like make some 808s. They're ready to just be in another treated acoustic treated room and be like, wow, okay, maybe I can come in here and make this, or I could work on that one project I was working on because this studio's closer to this producer, so we can work together. Like that's how music producers work. Like so when they're going out, they already have like their links already set up on all their social medias. They're dropping content. They're cooking up, and that's really what it is. Like if you're a music producer and you're kind of like afraid to cook up, that's not a good mindset to have. So you should enjoy having fun making music. You should enjoy cooking up on a spot, on live. You should go live on whatever app it is that you can go live on and just make beats. Like you might have amazing music, but you don't understand marketing and promotion, and that will be the beat maker. But the music producer, they do. So they're like, I'm gonna be consistent, and I'm gonna post, and I'm gonna add value. So as a beat maker, beat makers don't really add value besides that beat that they make, and it's like it's cool. They might have a little clout and notoriety, like, yeah, bro, I make beats. You already know. I make some hard trap beats, like whatever it is. You could be on an MPC. You don't even have to be on a DAW. You could be and that's another thing. Like you could be a beat maker on an MPC and still not be promoting your brand, flourishing as a business. You're just being stagnant. So what you really want to do, excuse me, stay hydrated. One, what you really want to do is become a music producer, crossover. Think about your brand. Think about your producer name. Think about your producer tag. You know, these are things that you gotta have. Some other producers might like your sound, and they want to, you know, emulate it, tweak it, do it better, do it just how you do it. So they want some and need some kits. Maybe you can drop some drum kits, and it's on a website. It's a safer source. It's encrypted. It's free. You're like, yo, producers, you want to collab? Loops right there. Download a loop, flip that, let's go. That's a collab. Like, there's opportunities that you can create for yourself as a music producer that can separate you from being a beat maker. Even you know, buying a MIDI controller. So and I don't even, it's not even hooked up to the computer, I think. And if it is, then my speakers are on. But you know, you should have a piano. You should be practicing your piano when you can, and you should be practicing chords. You know, you should be practicing an instrument. You're a music producer. You're not just a, how can I say, you're just not gonna make beats unless you want to. Like, you know, unless you just want to make beats, that's fine, and nothing's wrong with that. You might be able to get a placement with that, but these music producers, a lot of these guys are getting the same placements. A lot of these guys are getting all the placements every year, excuse me, because they're putting themselves out there. So you got to get out there, bump elbows, shake hands, break ice, introduce yourself, and have some great, amazing music to complement that, just to get your foot in the door. And if you can do that, you'll be a great music producer. You know, but it's gonna take you definitely, you know, meeting people. It's gonna definitely take you, you know, putting yourself out there, getting to know people, all that. Like, that's me. Yes, sir. So invest in yourself. You know, buy that laptop, buy the better mouse, buy the better mouse pad, buy the better keyboard. You know, don't just wait, procrastinate, hesitate. You know, propel yourself like quantum leap for real, and put yourself out there, make some great music. You probably have the air for it already. That's why you're making music. So why not just take the real leap and like actually like sit down, make some good music, some good content, because you know, people will gravitate to you. Like, you might just be dropping cookups and people are like, oh wow, this man, this dude is just amazing. Like, you see how the way he did with those hi-hats or those 808, like whatever it is. And then you'll start to find and build your community, even people to collab with other producers. Like, so don't hesitate, don't wait. Invest in yourself, definitely. But most definitely, you know, take your time. Don't rush. Don't, like, you know, don't put yourself in a financial spot to just to have a VST, just to have a plugin. But yeah, like once you buy a DAW, and you have like YouTube University, you know, you have a lot of good producers out here dropping content. I'm trying to get on here myself. Excuse me, I'm on here myself, and I'm dropping content. I'm dropping sauce, tips, gems, stuff that I've learned throughout the years, and that you could just save time with. So if you stick with my page, my channel, excuse me, you can just save time and just get a lot of sauce. So you know, take your time. Look at, I got one shot cookups. How to cook up one shots from scratch. How can I say, like, but I'm about to go back and do a lot of different stuff. I got secret sauce, like marketing strategies, basically a lot of stuff that people don't know about that they should, and it's like, it's a lot of information. So but yeah, so you guys, thank you for watching this video. But this is like and that was the difference between a beat maker and a music producer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And actually, just a real quick, just like a little side note, nothing against the Beatmaker merch that came out. That merch is fire, like because if 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 you know what like a real beat maker is like, like you know what it is to say like, yeah, I make beats, like yeah, I'm a beat maker, like, but nowadays like a music producer is needed. Someone who can know the key of music. They understand music theory, how to tune 808s and market themselves in these rooms, safely and inspire people, motivate people, and not, not swindle people, and not be swindled themselves. And y'all, a big tip I would say is like, there's a lot of movies and they call like biopic. So like, they get these actors to play these like these musicians and these artists, and you get to see how like they kind of grew up. And like certain things might be exaggerated to sell what is it called tickets, but a lot of these biopics in these movies uh have gems. They have really big gems that you don't want to miss on. But also watch documentaries too. Like this country, USA, is just littered with like so many artists and so much history and culture, deep culture. In like every city, like Chicago, Louisiana, New Orleans, Nashville, Houston, Boston, New York, Los Angeles, Miami, New Jersey, Virginia. Like, there's a lot of places like that. You're just like, okay, like so. Tap in, shake some hands, and appreciate y'all. Y'all get out there, man. Y'all get out there, man. KeeSounds. Have a good one.